This call is now being recorded.
Okay. In history, we have completed ancient history, medieval history spending, and today we'll do modern history. Very interesting. And most of your questions in your exam will be from the modern history. Okay. So now here we'll see different leaders. From Mahatma Gandhi, Nehru, then Lokmanya Tilak, what all the things they did apart from different struggles. Okay, then what is the contribution of each state? So we'll try to understand from different exam perspective how these questions are asked. Okay, fine. So tell me, India was ruled by which empire or which country for more number of years? British. Okay, fine. So why British were able to do rule for 300 years? What made them rule? Why they came to India first of all? They came for business, or you can say they were in search of spice. Okay, they were in search of spice. Okay, fine. So look at this now. First, I'll give you introduction, then we'll get into the history. And whenever I say something is important, take it down in your note. Okay, fine. So imagine if this is globe. Okay, here this is equator. Here this is North America. This is South America. This is Europe. Here this is Africa. Okay, this is Asia here. This is India, and here we have Australia. Okay, so this is 0 degree. This is equator. Fine. We have already seen what happens in the North America, that is American Revolution. Correct? Then we also saw the French Revolution. Okay, Estate 1, 2, Estate 3, Napoleon, and all these things. Fine. So now what is happening? The European countries, they are doing trade in different parts of the world. So one such country was here in India, and here in India, in the Western Ghats coast, near the Kerala coast, they used to get spice. Okay, so those days in Europe, the merchants, the businessmen, they used to become rich, by trading in spice. So the businessmen were in search of India. Now suddenly there was a problem. See, from India, there was a land route from Asia. I can go, I can enter Europe, and I can do business. So there was a route here from the land. The land was connected. Asia and Europe was connected. But here, there is a country called as Turkey. So in Turkey, there was one king. When he came to power, he told, anyone who is going from Asia to Europe should pay me tax. And those who are coming from Europe to Asia should pay me tax. So now what happens, due to this issue, the cost of the commodity started increasing. You want to sell anything, for example, spice or cotton or anything, the cost started increasing. Okay, so now the people here in Europe, they are searching for a different route. And those years, the aeroplane was not invented. So the only other way was via sea route. Okay, so people started searching for different sea route. Then I have told you how the America was discovered, the Red Indians, all the stories. Okay, so like that, there was a competition. So here comes a person called as Vasco da Gama. Okay, Vasco da Gama first discovered India via the sea route. Okay, like that. Then slowly, every country started coming in. Then France, they came in. English were the last one to come here. Okay, the British people, they were the last to come here. But now you should know, when the Britishers, they came, they didn't come to Cochin. Okay, just remember this. Imagine this is India here. Okay, this is Cochin here. Vasco da Gama first is coming to Cochin. Okay, then here in Goa, he confirms that this is India. Then when we talk about the French people make Pondicherry as their headquarters. And here there are French commanders called as Dupleix. French commanders Dupleix, he started capturing the whole of North India, increasing the business. See, when you do business, you get money. When you get money, you will ask people to work for you. So what happens if a person is not getting job? Okay, and if I say that, okay, I'll give you so much of money, you start working. So he will naturally start working for me, correct? So now his family will be dependent. Okay, slowly this situation, the Europeans, they started making use of in their strikes. Okay, and they started enslaving India. Okay, so this is a situation all over the world. So now when the Britishers, they came here, okay, it was during the time of Jahangir. Okay, just remember, Jahangir is son of Akbar. When Jahangir was the king of India, the whole, I think Mughal emperors you have heard, right? Okay, the founder of Mughal emperor was Babur. Okay, remember Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shahjahan, and Aurangzeb. Okay, so Babur was the founder. After Akbar comes Jahangir. When Jahangir was ruling North India, the British people, for example, there are two gentlemen here. One is Sir Thomas Roe. Take down his name. Okay, Sir Thomas Roe. And then you have another person called as Sir William Hawkins. Sir William Hawkins. These two people, they visited the Jahangir's court and they requested to give permission to set up an industry here in Surat, okay, in Gujarat area, so that the British people will start a textile company. Okay, so cotton was a trade. Okay, then spice was a trade. Okay, this was the basic idea behind the business here. But initially, Jahangir was reluctant. He did not agree with the trade pact and all. But slowly, these British people got access. They did not get Surat, so they went to Masulipattnam, all these places. And after some years, once again, they set up an industry here in Surat. So slowly they started capturing. Now look at this for the first few years. Okay, just can you close the door and both the doors? Both the doors. So initially what happens, here now, I think you might have heard about the American Revolution. In American Revolution, what happens, the British people and the French people, they fight with each other. And who is helping from England? The King of England is helping. Do you remember that? He's sending the soldiers. So in the same way, here what happens, we have regional kings. Jahangir is king. He is ruling India. But now the British people come here and the French people are here. So now there is slowly the British people want to develop their territory. The French also want to increase their territory. Okay, now this was Surat. Then they captured Ahmedabad. Then it was Mumbai. So British people started expanding their business. And now they wanted to check some other places. They are looking over to a place called as Calcutta. Okay, in modern history, that means between 1757 to 1947, we call this as Calcutta. Now the name is changed to Kolkata. Okay, so now in Calcutta, this Bengal province, look at this now. Suppose if I draw India here, okay, this area, that is Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Orissa, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, this complete area was called as Bengal area. And it is very prosperous because we have rivers there. Ganga is flowing, Yamuna is flowing, so many rivers are flowing, so it is having alluvial soil. Okay, now the Tropic of Cancer is passing exactly from these states, correct? So the climate is so preferable. They can grow cotton, they can grow jute, agriculture is good. Okay, people are more, so less cheap labor they are getting it. Okay, so like slowly, things are happening now. So the British people, they wanted to rule over this Bengal area. But now the problem is, before getting into the Indian rulers, before checking the Indian rulers, there is a fight between English and the French people. Okay, this is called as Carnatic War. Okay, so the Carnatic War, today I'm not going to discuss about Carnatic War. Just remember that the Anglo-French, our Anglo means English, French means the French people. So they both were fighting with each other. Okay, and the final battle between English and French in India was Battle of Vandewash. Just remember this. Take it down. Battle of Vandewash. Battle of Vandewash. Written between English and French. Okay, so now it is clear that French have been defeated. British are more powerful. They have money. They have sophisticated weapons. They're well organized. Okay, so now what happens? These people, they started influencing the kings. Okay, in the name of business and something, they started influencing the kings. Okay, now let us try to understand what is the why did they come here and how they captured it. So here we have Europe and here we have England. And imagine if I draw a line. Okay, if I draw a line from this place, from London, if I draw, you can see this place towards my right, it is called as the eastern side, and this place is called as the western side. So now there, this England people, there was a queen. So she used to give permission for industries to go out of England and do some business. But these businesses should pay tax to the queen or the king, right? So there were some industries who went to Queen and they say that, dear Queen, give us permission to go and set up an industry in India. Okay, so the Queen is telling, okay, fine, you can go and do industry in India, but you have to pay the taxes. So it is like every 10 years, 5 years, the company should give the money, return back the money to them. It is like normal business. I set up an industry in some place, I have to pay taxes to the government, like that. So now the industries which went towards the east is called as Eastern industries. Now the industry which came to India, that is why this is called as East India Company. What is this? Okay. East India Company. Do you understand now why this name came? East India Company. Okay, now look at this. History. Modern history, it is divided into 3 sections. It started in 1757. I start modern history from 1757. You can start from any year. That is from 1600 when Jahangir gave permission. Okay, when there was a meeting there. So 1757 to 1857, I take one section. Then 1857 to 1947, I take one section. And between this 1857 to 1947, I take what are the social reforms. So social reforms, education reforms, newspaper, okay, like that. So these are the 3 sections. Today we are going to see these 3 sections in detail. Got it? Okay. So 1757 to 1857, first we'll do this, then we'll do this, then we'll do that. Okay. So look at this carefully. From 1757 to 1857, we are going to talk only about East India Company. We are going to talk only about East India Company. Do you understand? Okay. Yeah. So when I'm telling you something today here in the class, try to repeat after, when I ask something, because I challenge that by the end of the class, the numbers, dates, facts, name of the leaders, name of the newspapers, everything will be in your mind. Otherwise, if you start reading by your side, if you decide that, okay, I'll prepare history from my own, I'll read textbooks and all. See, this is the book which I refer. Okay, this is India, A Struggle for Independence, written by Bipin Chandra. This is one book. Then there is one more publication called a Spectrum publication. That is another book only for modern history. Okay, see, this is only for modern history. Okay, so another book for modern history, if you start reading NCERT, all the state board textbooks and all, it will take 6 months. You don't have that much time to prepare for, your examination. And you have to be, precise what question they will ask you. Ruchita, sit straight. Okay. So now 1757 to 1847, we are going to see. East India Company comes here, they set up an industry, and everything is going on smooth. Now, before this company guys were so smart, they went and they started, talking to the kings, making friendship and all these things. The biggest challenge was how to conquer this territory. So let us try to understand here one such incident. Okay, imagine this is India. So from Surat, Ahmedabad, the Britishers were already having an upper hand over these provinces. Okay, now the Britishers, they wanted to go and settle down in this Bengal province. And you know the reason why they wanted to go there? Because it was rich, prosperous, and they can make more money. But here there was a king called as Siraj-ud-Dawla. What is his name? Siraj-ud-Dawla. Okay. Now this Siraj-ud-Dawla is a very young guy. He is hardly a 25 years old man. Okay. So this Siraj-ud-Dawla, he told, I am the ruler of Bengal. So if the East India Company want to come here, if you want to start an industry, you have to pay the taxes. The East India Company should pay taxes to the Bengal or the Siraj-ud-Dawla, right? Like that. So initially what happened? The company told, okay, I'm ready for it. So the company, they came here and they started setting up industry near the Hooghly River. There is a river near Kolkata that is called as Hooghly. Okay, we have seen Kolkata, Hooghly in geography, we have seen it. Okay, so now in this river, they set up an industry and they start paying taxes. Okay, but one such day, what happens? Siraj-ud-Dawla got an information that the East India Company, they are fortifying their place. Fortifying means they are trying to build big walls. Like for example, in Hindi we say Killa. Killa matlab fort. Okay, Kotai. In Tamil we say Kotai. What these people are doing, East India Company people, what they are doing? They pay tax, but they started building fort. So now Siraj-ud-Dawla is getting doubt that why these people are doing like that. So maybe in future they will attack us and they will conquer this, the whole Bengal. So, and there was some, information that these people are not paying taxes and they have declared independent from the Bengal state. Siraj-ud-Dawla is getting information that these British people, they came here, they are telling we are independent, we are free, we are not pay taxes. Okay, and they are building a fort. Okay, so now who will get angry naturally? Now Siraj-ud-Dawla was a young guy, a 24-year-old and a young man, angry young man. Okay, so his blood is warm, so he directly gets into action. Now, Siraj-ud-Dawla had some other ministers like Mir Jafar. Okay, there was an old man called as Mir Jafar. Okay, so Mir Jafar is like a minister. Okay, on Siraj-ud-Dawla and all these people are like on one side. Now, what happens? Siraj-ud-Dawla, he goes to that place where the fortification was going on. he arrests many Britishers there. Okay, there are about 150 British, English, Europeans. They are arrested and they are kept in jail. Sirajud-Dowlah arrested them and they are kept in jail. And now Sirajud-Dowlah goes back to his palace. When he was going back to his palace, there was a bad news greeted to Sirajud-Dowlah that this 150 people, those who were locked in a jail, they all died. Okay, so this incident is called as Black Hole Tragedy. What is this?
Black hole.
Yeah, take it down. Black Hole Tragedy. Black Hole Tragedy. So now what is happening? This incident, Black Hole Tragedy, is a black mark, or you can say the beginning of the fight with the Indian princely kings. So the British, the East India Company, they start attacking the Indian kings. Why? Because some of the English citizens have been killed. Now, why did they die? What was the mistake? The mistake was large number of people were arrested in a small room. The room was very small. There was only one door, a small window, and that too was very high. Okay, a small window. So all were cramped. Okay, there was no space. They were locked inside, and the king left. Okay. So what happens? All these people, majority of them, they died due to suffocation. Okay, they died due to suffocation. And now, when the news came to Sirajud-Dowlah, so many people died, he realized that there will be backlash or there will be retaliation by the East India Company. Definitely, East India Company is going to have a fight. Sirajud-Dowlah was getting prepared. Okay, now the news of these people reached England. Okay, the East India Company wants to take action. So like American Revolution, when the Britishers were suffering in America, they called to England, right? Queen of England. The same way now they are looking for help. So here there is a person, a hero of this East India Company, that is Robert Clive. Who is that? Robert Clive. So now the British hero is coming into this picture. That is Robert Clive. Actually, Robert Clive has come here before. Okay, I'm not telling in detail about him. Okay, just remember that Robert Clive came here. Before this also he came. He saw India. He knows about India. He was just a clerk in a company. Then he becomes one of the richest in the world. Like today we have Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, right? So imagine 1757 ka Elon Musk hai Robert Clive. 1757 ke jo zamane ka Elon Musk hai na, the richest person, it was Robert Clive. One man had almost 30% of the whole property of the earth. Okay, why? I'll just tell you that now. So Robert Clive was invited to India. So he was here in Chennai. Now why in Chennai? Because I told you Battle of Vandy Wash, do you remember?
Yes,
between which two countries? Yeah, between French and the British. So in that battle, decisive battle, Madras was won by the Britishers and Pondicherry was given to the French. Okay, there was an agreement called as a battle called as Battle of Adyar. Okay, Adyar is a river near Chennai. So a place near Chennai. So now here, after that, Madras was under the control of the Britishers. And even today in Chennai, there is a place called as Fort Williams. Okay, Fort Williams. So that is the official headquarters for the Tamil Nadu government, white color building, right? So now here, the Robert Clive, he comes here. Now they are planning, okay, we have to take action. So now Robert Clive and his men, they go from here to Kolkata. When they reach here in the Bengal province, Robert Clive knew that Sirajud-Dowlah is a young man, he is a strong man, he cannot be defeated in his provinces. Okay, it is very difficult to attack a foreign land, okay, something like that. But now Robert Clive is having another plan. So what he is doing, he is inviting Mir Jafar. So one of the relative, okay, a close aide, a close lieutenant of Sirajud-Dowlah, he says to Mir Jafar, Robert Clive says that, "Dear Mir Jafar, I am going to attack Sirajud-Dowlah. Me and Sirajud-Dowlah are going to have a fight. If you help me, if you win the war, if we win the war, you will become the king of Bengal." Who becomes the king of Bengal? Mir Jafar. So now tell me, Mir Jafar will accept this offer or reject this offer? Accept this offer. Okay, so this is like a divide and rule policy. Okay, a smart move. So now what happens? Now the question here it is that why Mir Jafar wanted to help Robert Clive? See, because Sirajud-Dowlah always insulted Mir Jafar. He never used to listen to Mir Jafar. He is young and he is old, so there was a generation gap. And he was, it is written in the history books by, there is a person called as William Dalrymple. I have read his book. So in that book, William is writing, a Scotland person. He writes that Sirajud-Dowla was a young man. He always wanted to have fun. He was always drinking and always, all that things are there. So Mir Jafar was always insulted. He was given a second-hand treatment by Sirajud-Dowla. That's the reason Mir Jafar wanted to help Robert Clive. Now Robert Clive and Mir Jafar. So look at the plan. What happened? So this is the story according to William Dalrymple book. In NCERT, I never came across these stories. Even in these books, I never came across this story. But a story from Dalrymple. Okay. The story goes like this: Robert Clive, Sirajud-Dowla and Mir Jafar. Sirajud-Dowla and Mir Jafar, they are on one side. Okay. So this battle is going to take place in a mango grove. What is that?
Mango grove.
So your examination may ask a question: which decisive battle took place? Okay. The battle of dash. I'm going to talk about that battle. The battle of dash took place in which coconut grove, mango grove, banana grove, something like that. Asked pucha nahi hai. Till today it is not asked, but still you should remember exam can go in any direction. Okay. And what is the national fruit of India?
Mango.
It is not mango, it is Manjipara India. I told you, you have to tell it as what? Manjipara India. Good. And now what happens? Sirajud-Dowla and Mir Jafar, they are on one side and Robert Clive is going alone. Okay, now the agreement was, Mir Jafar. Okay, Mir Jafar here, he will be supporting Sirajud-Dowla. Imagine I'm Sirajud-Dowla, I'm standing here, okay, ready to face Robert Clive, and Sirajud-Dowla is here, and Mir Jafar is back, supporting Sirajud-Dowla. So Mir Jafar and his soldiers are ready. So when Robert Clive comes from forward, so what is going to happen? The two armies will fight. But according to the agreement, Robert Clive and Mir Jafar will silently leave that place. This was the plan. Mir Jafar will silently leave that place, and who will be left alone? Sirajud-Dowla is left alone. Okay, so this was the plan. Now what happens? Robert Clive, with that confidence, he goes there. Okay, and now there is a fight. Exactly the same thing happens in the battle. On the ultimate day of the battle, Mir Jafar does not support Sirajud-Dowla. Okay, so this happens in the mango grove, like it is happening in the darkness. Both the army are like hiding each other, and in the darkness they are not able to see who is hiding where. Okay, and it was a marshy place. It was like very marshy place. So slowly, what happened when they realized, okay, the enemies are very close. Fire was open and people started running here and there. Sirajud-Dowla ran from that battlefield. He could not believe Mir Jafar betrayed him, so he ran from the battlefield. And now this area was captured by Robert Clive. Now who will become the king? According to agreement, Mir Jafar. So the agreement was Mir Jafar will become the king, but he should donate some money to Robert Clive. Okay, so see how smart these people are. They know that he cannot rule the Bengal because he don't know Bengali, he don't know the people there. So Mir Jafar agreed for this. If I win, I will give you some lakhs of money and I will become the ruler of Bengal. So this thing happened. Now Mir Jafar, Mir Jafar becomes the king and of this place. Robert Clive comes, and now there is an incident, very interesting. It touched me when I was reading William Dalrymple's book. Robert Clive and Mir Jafar, now they know each other. The battle was won. Mir Jafar is the king. Mir Jafar, he don't have money now because the money which was divided by Robert Clive, it was very high. Okay, so now Mir Jafar is thinking, oh God, what to do? I don't have money. So Robert Clive is an Englishman. He may kill me now because of agreement. He may kill me with gun. Now Robert Clive on one side is thinking, oh my God, Mir Jafar has become the king. Now he has sworn, I am just one man. If I want to go and I want to take money, what if this man, he kills me and keeps money with him? So on both the side, what happened? They were afraid. But now Robert Clive puts a brave face. Okay, so he goes bravely, and Mir Jafar is like bending, and he's telling that, chalo, I surrender. And he says that I have only this much money, I will give you later. Little by little, I'll give you later. So now Robert Clive was happy. He told, yeah, this man is submissive. Okay, so this is how the things happen. So he is also afraid of him, and he is also afraid of him. But who won in the end? Okay, so this battle took place in 1757, and this battle is called as Battle of Plassey. Just write down in your notebook. Battle of Plassey. Got it? This battle is called as Battle of Plassey. Now tell me, answer my questions. Battle of Plassey took place between which two kings? Siraj-ud-Dawla was defeated. Siraj-ud-Dawla. What happened? And which place it took place? What happened to Siraj-ud-Dawla in this battle? He escaped from that. Okay, and now there was a notice given. Whoever will show the hideout where Siraj-ud-Dawla is hiding, he will be rewarded. So Siraj-ud-Dawla, after 2 days, after a hunt of 2 days, he was found in some unlocated place near the banks of the river. He was captured and he was assassinated. He was killed. Okay, so this is the story of Siraj-ud-Dawla. Now, 1757, this was the first battle where the English people, they started attacking the Indian rulers, and now they become the rulers of India. So this is one thing. Now Mir Jafar became the king, and for some years, for 5 to 6 years, he ruled this efficiently. Okay, but after some days, Mir Jafar, he realizes, I am the king of Bengal, and the English East India Company is not paying me taxes. Okay, so now I should demand taxes from English East India Company. So he could not control his that feeling I should be a slave. So now Mir Jafar started demanding taxes and some changes in the law. Now the British people are telling, I made you the king. Correct? I made you king and you are demanding money from me. So there was once again a clash. Now Mir Jafar was replaced by Mir Qasim. He was replaced by whom? Same thing. Now who is Mir Qasim? One of the relative of Mir Jafar. Now what happens? Mir Qasim, he starts listening to the British officers, East India Company, and everything is going on smooth. So English East India Company sets up a company here, and they grow cotton, jute, okay, all these products, raw materials are exported to England. After some years, Mir Qasim also does the same. Now Mir Qasim says that I'm the ruler of Bengal, but this East India Company is exploiting our place. Okay, Mir Qasim is exploiting our place, so now we have to take action on whom? The Britishers. So now Mir Qasim is ready for a fight, ready for a battle. And this battle is happening in the year 1764. This is called as Battle of Buxar. Just take down in your notebook. This is called as Battle of Buxar. Which year? 1764. Correct? 1764, it is Battle of Buxar. Between whom? The Britishers and Mir Qasim. Yeah. So now, in this battle, Mir Qasim was defeated. Who was defeated here? Mir Qasim was defeated. And when, look here everyone, when Mir Jafar was replaced by Mir Qasim, what happened to Mir Jafar? He escaped from this place and he was hiding in some other state, neighboring state like Bihar. He was hiding there. So once again, the Britishers told, okay, fine, Mir Jafar, I will give you one more chance. Come and take the kingship of Bengal. So after Mir Qasim, so in Battle of Buxar, Mir Qasim was defeated, and once again, Mir Jafar became the king. Do you understand? So this is what is happening. There is one dialogue between Siraj-ud-Dawla and Mir Jafar. Okay, and even Aurangzeb was alive. Okay, see, look at this. I am telling you, in the year 1600, when Jahangir was the king of India, 2 British people, they came and visited India. Who is there? Sir William Hawkins and they came during the time of Jahangir. See, after Jahangir, we have a king called as Shah Jahan. After Shah Jahan, we have a king called as Aurangzeb. Correct? So almost like 50 to 60 years, the Britishers are silently, they are working in India. You understand? They are working in India. So now Aurangzeb, we know history of Aurangzeb and Shivaji, but we don't know what Aurangzeb had with the Britishers. You know what happened? Chhatrapati Shivaji and the Maratha people here, they were expanding their territory. So Aurangzeb is coming down and he had a fight. He goes to Gujarat and all these places. Once when he was in the Deccan area, Aurangzeb was the leader of Deccan, okay, appointed by Shah Jahan. And now when he realized the eastern part there is a problem, Aurangzeb goes to Kolkata. He goes to Kolkata, he saw someone is fortifying, matlab killa bana rahe. They are building a fort. Aurangzeb gets angry. Who are these English people? Okay, I have to destroy this fort. So Aurangzeb took action. He dealt a blow on the British Empire. East India Company ko itna mara usne, he bet them so badly, not even a single East Indian Company persons were there in Kolkata. They all sat in the ship and they ran away from that place. But there was only one man. What he did, he was smart. He took a small boat and he was just hiding in some places. So after some months, he came back to Kolkata and he told to the common people there, I like this place. I want to be settled in India. So you only save my life. So these Britishers, they settled down. This guy, they settled down. And now he's telling, I want to be Indian. So I want to marry an Indian woman. So now he marries one Indian woman. So now what happens when an Indian woman is married? Okay, will anyone kill that man? No. So like that, this person, they came here, they married Indian women and they started expanding. So think, after Aurangzeb, there are so many people. Okay, after Aurangzeb, you have Akbar II, Bahadur Shah Zafar, that we'll see now. Okay, so many people are there. So in this meantime, Britishers, once again, they capture the Kolkata. So at that time, Robert Clive comes once again here. And there is a dialogue. Mir Jafar, he goes and says to Siraj-ud-Dawla, dear Siraj-ud-Dawla, very soon we are going to lose this Bengal from our hand. Today I can see we are touching the feet of the persons, those who want, these English people, those who can't even wash their ass. They don't know how to wash their ass, but now they are going to wash our Bengal. Samajh mein aaya? So this is the dialogue between Mir Jafar and Siraj-ud-Dawla. And exactly the same thing happened. 1757, what happened? Battle of Plassey. Then 1764, what happens? Battle of Buxar. Okay, so after these two battles, Bengal was complete under the control of whom? East India Company. Which India Company? East India Company. So remember, East India Company came here to do what? Business. But now what is happening? They're not ruling. Fight is happening, and now they slowly started their rule. So this is what is happening. So now here, this Bengal is under their control. Okay, under their control. So here they are getting more money. They become more rich. And now slowly what happens? India becomes a laboratory. India becomes a lab for these people to introduce new laws, new rules. So here, by the year of 1773, by the year of 1773, there was some act passed, regulating act, charter act. Every 10 years, the East India Company is passing new laws. You understand? They are passing new laws. So now what is this? 1773. Okay, in 1773, there was a person called as Lord Warren Hastings. Lord Warren Hastings. Lord Warren Hastings was appointed as the Governor General of Bengal. Okay, now look at this. Pens down? Fine. See, I told you 1757. Okay, who was that governor? Who was that person here? English officer? Robert Clive. Remember, Robert Clive, after winning this Bengal, he was the Governor of Bengal. Who was the Governor of Bengal? Yes, right down. The first Governor of Bengal, is Robert Clive. The first Governor of Bengal is Robert Clive. Got? Okay. Ab dekho idhar. The first Governor of Bengal is Robert Clive. After some years, in 1773, who is this person here? Lord Warren Hastings. He has been made as Governor General of Bengal. Governor General of Bengal. Okay, fine. So remember, from 1773, every 10 years, the government is bringing new laws. Okay, the new law, change in the taxes, something new for the people here. Then slowly, we are going to see this one. Slowly, people are not happy with the rules. Okay, they say, nahi, humko ye nahi chahiye, wo nahi chahiye, something like that. Fights are going on. So now the question second is Governor General of Bengal. Now, under his leadership, under Lord Warren Hastings' leadership, Supreme Court was started in Calcutta. Supreme Court was started in Calcutta, and Calcutta was the capital of East India Company. Calcutta was the capital of the East India Company. Got it? Fine. Okay. Now there are many other achievements by Lord Warren Hastings. Okay, Supreme Court in Calcutta, something like that. Now the same person here, look at this. The same person here was brought in England. In England, he was brought in front of the court and he was punished. Why he was punished? Due to corruption. He was Punished for what? Corruption. Now look at this. There is a company. Now I'll tell you the story of how this company started. Some people think like William Hawkins, William Hawkins and son Thomas Rowe, they came to India. They were like so happy. My God, India is an area where people are more, okay, the labor is cheap. Okay, so they were thinking, we will go to England. We will call some businessmen. We will request the Queen. Key, I'm going to start a company and you pay us little money. Like shareholders are there, no? Have you heard of mutual fund, investment, shareholders, right? So like this, some businessmen, they came forward and they wanted to start a company in India. Okay, so there are some people called as board members. Who are this? So some board members in England, they sat in a small room. Okay, if I want to say the size of that room, it was half the size of this room. They sat in this same room and they all decided, we will start a company in England. We want permission from the Queen. That is how they started English East India Company in India. A small company which had only 4 employees, only 4 people. They ruled for 300 years. Okay, they started here. Now in that company, there were some important persons like Warren Hastings. You understand? Robert Clive also had some stakes on this. He used to get profit from this company also because he's working for whom here? Company. Okay, like that. So Warren Hastings was a member of this company here. So he was appointed as the Governor General of Bengal. After 4 to 5 years, what happened? The company found that he has done massive corruption. He is becoming rich and rich in India. So he was tried and he was punished. He was punished. So this information is not there in NCERT. This information is not there in some of the books which usually people read, but this information is in a book that is William Dalrymple. Okay, that book I have read it. Now why I'm telling you this? Because last time in your exam this question was asked. Who among the following was tried for his corruption in East India Company? And answer was Lord Warren Hastings. Looking at the question, we were like completely shocked. Now the question is being prepared not by the, I think, NCERT expert. There is a person who reads many books. So as they wish, they are going to make a question. So maybe there are some information about Warren Hastings in the new edition or something like that. But this is the information. Last time in your exam, they are asked, who is the person here? Warren Hastings. Why he was punished? Because of what? Okay, fine. Now, after this, we have different lords. Okay, important lords. So first thing you should know, Governor of Bengal is Robert Clive. Second, the first Governor General of Bengal is Lord Warren Hastings. Okay, then third, you can take down few lords which I'm going to give you here. Write down. Lord William Bentinck. Write down quick. Lord William Bentinck is the first Governor General of India. Governor General of India. Next, you have Lord Metcalfe. Lord Metcalfe. He is called as Father of Liberator of Press. Father of Liberator of Press. Next, you have Lord Ripon. Lord Ripon. Father of local self-government. Local self-government. Next you have Lord Thomas Macaulay. Father of English education system in India. English education system in India. Next you have Lord Dalhousie. Introduced doctrine of lapse. Introduced doctrine of lapse. Next, doctrine means rules. Doctrine of lapse. Next, Lord Cornwallis, Lord Cornwallis, permanent settlement. Permanent settlement. Next, Lord Canning. Lord Canning, first Viceroy. Next, Lord Dufferin, Dufferin. He was the Governor General during formation of Indian National Congress. Are you guys writing fast?
Yes.
Indian National Congress. Next, you have Lord Curzon. He was the Governor General during Bengal split. Next, you have Lord Morley. You can say Morley Minto reforms, 1909. Morley Minto reforms. We'll see this in short time. Then you have 1990, a very important person, Lord Chelmsford. Daiichi was introduced in center. In center? No, in state, right? State or provinces. Next, 1930. Lord Irwin. Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Have you written Wellesley? No? Right now. Lord Wellesley. Subsidiary alliance. Subsidiary alliance. Written? Okay. So at least when you are preparing for this modern Indian history, you should know at least these few people. There is a long list of different lords, what they have done. Now, because I have not mentioned like Rayleigh, there is a person called as Rayleigh, education system mein hai. Then there is Metcalfe, Press Act of Metcalfe. There is a person called as Lytton, Lytton, Lord Lytton, like that. So this is at least basic you should know. Okay, now the first person whom you saw is Lord Warren Hastings. Lord Warren Hastings. After Lord Warren Hastings, we have a person called as Lord William Bentinck. So now, why? What was the need of appointing Governor General of India? So look at this. This is India. This area was called as Bengal. That is Bihar, Orissa, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh. Okay, West Bengal. This was like you can say Bengal. And this is called as Madras province. This is called as Bombay province, and this is called as Madras province. So three provinces. Okay, three provinces. So here there was a governor, here there was a governor, here there was a governor. So East India Company had set up different places, and now the profit from here will be sent to England, and that is what the trade was going on. But there was corruption in all these three, and there was no unity among these three. So they appointed a person called as Governor General. So for the whole of India, one of the person, the eldest will be the Governor General of the whole India, and other two governors should listen to them. So this was a change in the organization setup. So William Bentinck. The most important person here is Lord Wellesley. You might have written it now. So what is his achievement? He is called as, he started what? Subsidiary alliance. Now what does it mean? Look at this. These English people, they will go to a king and they will say that, dear king, I will give you a pension, I will give you money, but your army should fight for us. If there is a situation arising that we are in danger, your army should fight for us. We will pay you money, we will pay you pension and all these things. And in old age, you can around sit and take care. We will not attack you. Okay, like that. Suppose, and on the other side, they used to do like this. Imagine this is A king and this is B king. Imagine the Indian king. These two kings are enemy. So these British people, they will go and they will say that I will come and support you. You should come and support me when this B king is attacked. At the same time, they will go here. They will say that we should come and support, and like that when A is coming and attacking. Now they will wait for an opportunity where A and B will fight with each other. And once they fight with each other, one of them they lose, the other will become weak. They don't have strength and money, right? That time they come and capture. Okay, so like that, things were going on slowly on one side. Okay, what was the motto of East India Company to come India? To do what? Business. But now what they are doing? Yes. Okay, so this is what is happening now. So now here there is an incident. Okay, so imagine this is Karnataka. Okay, Mysore, Madras mein Mysore. So here there is two rivers, that is Krishna and Tungabhadra. Okay, Krishna and Tungabhadra. So between this Krishna and Tungabhadra, there is a place where brothers Harihara and Buka. Okay, Harihara and Buka. These two brothers, they are considered as father of the Vijayanagar Empire. They are considered as what? Father of Vijayanagar Empire. Now, you know Vijayanagar Empire, the headquarters was in Hampi, the capital was Hampi. And now this Vijayanagar Empire started spreading all over the South India. Now the king who is here, he cannot come every time down south and check what is happening. So he appointed some ministers. So here in this area, there were some ministers called as Odayas. They are called as what? Odayas. Then down south, he appointed, the Krishna Deva Raya king, he appointed, okay, Palayakaras, or in English we call it as Polygar. Okay, in Tamil we call it as Palayakarar. Okay, but in English we call it as what? Polygar. So when you read this kind of books or spectrum books or any publication book, they will mention Polygar. Don't get confused. Palayakarar and Polygar, it is one and the same. Okay, fine. Now what happens? These are the ministers who are appointed by the king. Krishna Deva Raya and this king, Vijayanagar Empire king. So after the death or after the demise of this, the kings here, these people, they declared independence. Okay, they told that, okay, I am the ruler of Mysore now, this province now. Polygar is telling I am the ruler of southern states of Tamil Nadu now. Okay, like that. So here I'm talking about this region. Here there was a rebel. His name is Hyder Ali. What is his name? Hyder Ali. He captures this province from the hands of Wadayar. Okay, Wadayar is basically minister, so he captures the place and now he says, I am the ruler of this Karnataka and this region. Okay, now what happens? When Hyder Ali was capturing these places, Britishers were expanding their territory. Britishers were about to attack Hyder Ali. There was a clash between the British and the Hyder Ali. Now Hyder Ali wants some help. So now who is the enemy for the Britishers in India? It is the French people who are settled in Pondicherry. Correct? French people settled in Pondicherry. So what Hyder Ali is doing, he start asking help from Pondicherry, the French people. Okay. But there are totally 4 battles between the Mysore and the Britishers. Okay, the Anglo-Mysore war we say. In the first battle, Hyder Ali was killed. So when Hyder Ali was killed, his son Tipu Sultan, have you heard him?
Yes, sir.
Tipu Sultan is also called as Tiger of Mysore. Okay, so Tipu Sultan comes to the leadership now, and now he attacks the Britishers, and now he has a secret friendship with French, and they started collaborating, and this is the fight going on. Now there are some agreement, treaty signed, where the Tipu Sultan and English, they decide not to disturb one another. Like this goes on. Tipu Sultan is the first person in the world to use rockets. He is also considered as father of the rocket in the battlefield. And he is also called as Tiger of Mysore because one day when he was in forest, it is believed that a tiger attacked him. So he killed that tiger successfully. And there is one more thing, that he had a doll where there was a British policeman, okay, that like a wooden doll. And in front of that, there is one tiger. That tiger is, when you press the key, have you seen that doll where if you key that, it will beat the drums? So like that, there was a doll where the British soldier will be standing, and there was a tiger, wooden tiger. If you give the key, the tiger will start attacking, and the tiger will kill that. So that was a toy of Tipu Sultan, very famous toy like this. So in the final battle, Tipu Sultan and the Britishers, the Britishers easily killed Tipu Sultan. In Battle of Srirangapatnam, Tipu Sultan was born in Bangalore in Devanahalli. You know this airport? Okay, he was born there, but he died in Battle of Srirangapatnam near Mysore. And Srirangapatnam is an island where 3 rivers join. Okay, Kabini, Kaveri, like that. Okay, 2-3 rivers they join. So this is the situation. So after Tipu Sultan, after the death of Tipu Sultan, the Britishers, they were thinking how to rule, how to control this. So they took back the history. They saw that there was a person called as Wadeyar. So he was ruling these places. So why can't I give this leadership to him once again? So the Britishers, they handed over this place to Wadeyar once again. So from that day, Wadeyar started ruling Mysore, and he was declared as the king of Mysore. Okay, this is the story going on. You all understand? Yeah, fine. So now this is one situation. Now we have Anglo-Maratha war also. Anglo-Maratha, the Marathi Peshwas. Okay, Peshwas are having fight with Britishers. Okay, so that war. Then you have Sikh war also, Anglo-Sikh war. So these are all the beginning of the East India Company versus the Indian rulers. About the Maratha wars and the Sikh wars and the Carnatic this wars, Anglo-Mysore war, we'll deal it in a separate chapter. Right now we'll check with the Gandhi and Nehru and what these things are happening. Okay, fine. So here I think you understand subsidiary alliance. You understood what is governor of first governor of Bengal, and etc. Those little bit of information. Next, see now, 1806, a very important situation. Okay, arises in India. Mysore forces were defeated. Mysore fort, like Tipu Sultan, his son and all his soldiers were arrested, and they were arrested and kept in a jail called as Velur in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so imagine here in Tamil Nadu there is a place called as Velur, and the Velur fort is like fort side is like surrounded by water. Anyone, like, it's very difficult to escape. So Tipu Sultan's son and all the Mysore soldiers, they are kept captive. They are arrested and they are kept inside. Now the problem arises here in 1806. The thing is that these soldiers, they get inside jail, they plan to attack the Britishers. They say that the Britishers, they have come from some foreign land. They are making rules and they are making us slave. Actually, we should fight for independence. So now they all plan that if any British officers are coming inside jail, we have to kill them. So what happens, as police officers, they go at night rounds to check what is happening there. So when the British officers, they went inside, they were captured and they were killed. The officers, those who were outside, they realized that there is some problem going on. Then they realized, okay, these people have revolted. So Tipu Sultan's son and those people, at night, they went over the fort and they hoisted the flag. They told India is independent. We are independent. Okay, so try to understand each and everything in detail now. I'm telling you a story. Then once again, I'll connect you with the examination question. So here, these people, they declared independence. 1806, the soldiers here, okay, the soldiers, they declared independent. They told that we are independent from the East India Company's rule. The next day, the East India Company, they gathered the soldiers. They went inside, they called all these people, they pulled all these people out, and they were brutally killed. Some of them were publicly hanged. Some of them were blown with the tanks. They were tied in front of the tank and they were blown out. Some were shot in the point blank range. Many things were done. And 1806, this revolt was crushed. This is called as Velur Mutiny. This is called as what? Velur Mutiny. So after Bangalore Mutiny, down south, there was no such repression. Okay, the Indian rulers, they were not, they even thought of attacking the Britishers. Okay, so this is the situation. Everything was going on fine, and I told you, every 10 years, there will be new laws, okay, new rules. So now here comes a new law, that is in the year 1848. In 1848, there is a person called as Lord Dalhousie. Okay, now remember one thing. D for Dalhousie, D for Doctrine of Lapse. What is this? Doctrine of Lapse. D for Dalhousie, D for Doctrine of Lapse. Now, according to this Doctrine of Lapse, there was some change in the administration rules in the Indian government. What is that? Suppose if I ask you, if there is a king and if the king dies, who will be the next person to be the king? Yeah, king's son will be the next ruler, correct? But now, what if the king does not have any son? That is the question. If the king does not have any son, who will become the next ruler? What will happen to the kingdom? That is the biggest question. So now what happened? Lord Dalhousie in 1848, he introduced Doctrine of Lapse. Very, very important. So now he says that if the king does not have any son, if the king does not have the next generation, the whole kingdom will be taken by the Britishers. will be taken by whom? British. The East India Company will be under the control of East India Company. Okay, like that. Now tell me, this law, will Indian rulers will be happy? No, they were not happy. So there was confusion among some Indian rulers. What is this? Okay, so if I don't have son, so that means my kingdom is gone. So here there is a king called as Madhav Rao. Okay, so Madhav Rao had no son, and now Madhav Rao had the last wife, that is Rani Lakshmi Bai. Okay, Rani
Lakshmi Bai.
Yeah, Lakshmi Bai, and from Jhansi. Rani Lakshmi Bai is from which place? Jhansi. So Madhav Rao dies, leaving behind Rani Lakshmi Bai. Okay, from Jhansi. So now Rani Lakshmi Bai, she comes under this doctrine of lapse. And now Dalhousie says that, Chalo, Rani Lakshmi Bai, be prepared to give me your kingdom. Okay, be prepared to give me your kingdom because you don't have any son. Madhav Rao don't have any son, and you are also not having son. Chalo, fine. So this kingdom belongs to me, that is East India Company. Now, before this, you should know that in Maratha Empire, I'll just quickly tell you about the story of Maratha Empire. There was a king called Chhatrapati Shivaji. You know about him, right? Chhatrapati Shivaji, their father is his father is Shahaji and mother is Jijabai. Shivaji had two sons, that is Sambhaji. Okay, Sambhaji and another son called as Raja Ram. Sambhaji and Raja Ram. Sambhaji had a son called as Shahuji. Sambhaji had a son called as Shahuji. Raja Ram had a son called as Shivaji too. Shivaji too. Okay, look at Shivaji too. Now what happens? After the death of Shivaji, Sambhaji is attacking Aurangzeb. Sambhaji is attacking who? Aurangzeb. And now Aurangzeb is successfully eliminating Sambhaji also. Aurangzeb क्या करता है? Sambhaji को भी मार देता है. He kills Sambhaji also. So now, when Sambhaji was killed, Shahuji was a little boy. He was a small child. So Aurangzeb is arresting Shahuji and he puts him into jail. So now Shahuji is in jail for for near about 20 years. Now after 20 years, when he is released, 20-25 years when he is released, he came and he saw that Shivaji too is the king of Maratha Empire. So now he says that he got angry. He says that my father and my grandfather has done so many things for Maratha Empire. What you guys have done, you haven't done anything. You are in hand in glove with Marathas, with the Mughals and the Britishers. Okay, so there was a fight. All this issue started coming up, and now in this fight, this Maratha family got split up into two. Okay, so Shahuji gets angry and he goes to a place called as Satara. Which place here? Satara is in Maharashtra. Which place? Maharashtra. Shahuji goes to Satara. He says that I don't want anything. I will be settled down there. So Shivaji, Tarabai, they all go in different places, and there was a vacant here. So for the first time, the Peshwa starts ruling, and Peshwa Balaji Vishwanath becomes the first Peshwa to rule the Maratha Empire. Okay. So now this we'll see in the medieval history. Shivaji ka jo bhi story hai wo medieval history mein dekhenge. Satara, the person who is that Shahuji. Shahuji was unmarried. He was unmarried and he dies in Satara. Okay, he was unmarried and he dies in Satara. So he don't have any son. So at that time, I told you who introduced doctrine of lapse. Yeah. Lord Dalhousie. So according to doctrine of lapse, what is the rule? Yes, the land will be taken to East India Company. So remember, in your examination, the question will come under doctrine of lapse, introduced by Dalhousie, Lord Dalhousie, which was the first Indian place to be annexed. See, annexed matlab taken away or captured. What is the answer? Satara. Now students, they know history, they know Satara, they know Shahuji, but now the exam they will say that annexed word use kar diya. Who was exiled? Who was annexed? Who was exodus? This kind of words, when you see in exam, you know it, but you get confused, you skip it. Okay, now tell me which was the first Indian state to be annexed under doctrine of lapse? Lovely. Very good. Answer is Satara. Okay, you know the story behind this, why it was taken? Okay, fine. So now Rani Lakshmi Bai is going to face a challenge. Rani Lakshmi Bai don't have any son, so she is confused. So she says that, okay, fine. Ladka chahiye. No, there should be a son. Okay, so she goes and adopts a 4-year-old boy. She adopts, she says that he is my son. Now he will be the ruler of Jhansi. So now Dalhousie is telling, no, we don't have that rule that the adopted son can be the ruler of these places. So now Rani Lakshmibai is getting angry. That is why she says, "मैं अपनी झांसी नहीं दूंगी." I will not give my Jhansi at any cost. Okay, so Rani Lakshmibai is going to. There is a problem between the Britishers, East India Company, and the Jhansi Rani. Do you all understand? Okay, so first I have told you about Jhansi. Now try to listen to this very carefully. We are into a very crucial stage in history, that is the first revolt of independence. How did the first revolt of independence came? In your exam, the questions will be very tricky. Okay, it will be like very close to the line. Okay, so look at this. Now, Jhansi, you know the story. Lakshmi Bai, why she is fighting. Now, on the second situation, I'll talk about some of the situation what was happening during that year. During 1850s, okay, during later 1850s, there was a problem in Caribbean island, okay, the African island like that. So the British East India Company, they wanted to make their fort strong. So they came to India and they recruited a lot of Indian soldiers. And they told that a new agreement is going to be signed. You have to sign that agreement. The agreement says that you have to fight anywhere in this world. You have to cross the 7 oceans. You have to cross the mountains. You have to cross the rivers. Anywhere in this world, wherever we say, you should be ready to fight. This was the rule told by whom? By the East India Company. So now the soldiers are telling, okay, fine, it is good. But look at the situation. Some of the Hindu soldiers, okay, some of the Hindu soldiers, they are saying that I am a Hindu. Okay, so there is a thing, belief in Hinduism that if you cross ocean or sea, you are considered as a polluted person. That means once again you will not be taken into your caste. Okay, so now if you cross sea or ocean, you go very far away land, it is considered as you have polluted. You are not allowed in your caste. You don't get, that caste thing. So now some of the Hindu soldiers, they told, no, I am not ready to do that. Okay, this is one cause. Second cause, imagine at the age of 18, a boy joins the East India Company as a soldier. Till his retirement, he will be soldier only. But if a British person who joins at the age of 18, he gets promotion, high salary, high payment, he becomes officer. A Britisher becomes officer. The payment was different, the style of living was different, everything was different. The soldiers were unhappy due to these reasons. On the other side, in 1815, okay, the Britishers brought a new bullet. Okay, this is called as a new bullet. And this bullet was, imagine this is a bullet like this. Okay, and this bullet was covered with a fatty substance. Imagine you eat chocolate. So you have the chocolate cover, right? So you have to remove the chocolate cover. Okay, so imagine this is the bullet. So on my chest, there is a, that all that bullets are kept. And the gun will be very long. The barrel of the gun, imagine, if suppose if this is the gun, okay. So I shoot like this, correct? No. So this is the barrel. Okay, so I have the bullet here. So what was the rule during that 1850s time? I have to remove this bullet from my list here. I have to bite the layer. So this was having a small cover, like a plastic cover. Okay, you have to bite it with your teeth, throw that, take this bullet, and this is the gun. You have to insert this bullet inside the gun. The bullet will go and it will be down. Then you have to take a stick, fix it very tightly. Okay, fix it very tightly. This bullet will go very tight. Then shoot. Then the bullet will go. So this was the process during the 1850s, how to use bullet. So the problem here is that this cover was made up of cows and pigs fat. Cows and
Pigs fat.
pigs fat. So some of the soldiers, they told that, no, I'm not ready for this. Okay, I consider cow as a holy animal. Hindus were not ready. Muslims were not ready because, of this animal's fat. Okay, so there was a confusion. Soldiers were not happy with this. They were ready to leave these forces. Okay, so now one such incident happens in the month of March 1857. What is this year? March 1857. In March 1857, okay, there was a sepoy. That sepoy name is Mangal Pandey. What is his name? Yes, Mangal Pandey. He just keep writing this data. March 1857. Mangal Pandey. Don't disturb that. You can go and sit back. Mangal Pandey, he belonged to a regiment called as Barakpur Regiment. He belonged to which regiment? Barakpur Regiment. So Mangal Pandey belonged to Barakpur Regiment and he revolted against the decision. he told that no, we are not going to use this bullet. So he wanted to, raise his concern. But one fine day, what happened? There was one officer, his senior officer, Mangal Pandey. He shot him and killed him. Okay, he killed him with the same bullet, and he stood there and he told, we Indians are not going to use this thing." So this is happening in the month of March 1857. Okay. Then I told you Lord Wellesley, he introduced subsidiary alliance, and some kings used to get pension, right? So in this way, some of the Indian rulers, after the king dies, the ministers were eligible for the pension. So they did not get pension. So now the ministers, some of them were unhappy with this, okay, new legislation, doctrine of lapse. So now they also getting angry. They join hands with other, rulers. Now, for example, we have a person called as Tatya Tope. Okay. Then Nana Sahib. So these are all people from Maharashtra. Okay, Tatya Tope, Nana Sahib. Okay, now Tatya Tope, Nana Sahib, they were unhappy with the British, okay, rule about the pension and all. So they joined hands with Rani Lakshmibai. So Rani Lakshmibai and these all people, they become one team. On one side, Indian soldiers are not happy. Okay, on one side, Jhansi Rani, you know what is the story happening there. Okay. Now, the most important thing what happened here, this is in the month of a very important date. You can just write down 9th of May. 9th of May 1857. Okay, 9th of May 1857. 85 Indian soldiers were court-martialed. There was action taken against them. So 85 soldiers, they were called for a falling parade. And the British officers, they told, those who are not going to sign this agreement will be court-martialed. So many of them will punished and they were sent to jail because they didn't obey the British orders. So they were in jail, and some of them, they agreed, they were outside. So all things was going on. And this incident is happening in a place called as Meerut. Where is this happening here? Meerut. So in Meerut is in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, look at this now. Meerut is in Uttar Pradesh. So now, 9th of May 1857. This incident changes the course of the history, changes the struggle of Indian freedom struggles. Got it? Okay, now look at this. When all these people were sent to jail, some of the Indian soldiers were unhappy with this. They thought that my friends, my brothers are inside jail and I am outside, and all atrocities are happening, and I'm doing like this. So they broke open the jail. All these soldiers, okay, they came out of the jail. And they took motivation from Mangal Pandey. When Mangal Pandey, single soldier, can kill senior officers and take control, why can't we all do this? So all the soldiers in Meerut on the night of May 9th of 1857, they broke the jail, they came out. And now here there is a person called as General Bhakt Khan. What is his name? General Bhakt Khan. So General Bhakt Khan, now he motivates the soldiers. Now he's the leader in Meerut. He says that, dear soldiers, listen to me. I will take you to Delhi, and in Delhi there is a person. He is a person belonging to the Mughal Empire. So we will make him as a ruler, emperor, and we'll fight for the independence. So now, under the leadership of General Bhakt Khan, all the soldiers, they march from Meerut to Delhi. They're going from which place to which place? Meerut to Delhi. And 10th of May 1857. 10th of May 1857, they reached Delhi. Okay, they reached Delhi, and now they are telling, there is an old man. Okay, there is a Mughal emperor. His name is Bahadur Shah Zafar. Write down his name. Bahadur Shah Zafar. Okay, Bahadur Shah Zafar. So Bahadur Shah Zafar was 90 years old in 1857. He was a very old man. He was there in his fort, Red Fort.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he was there in Red Fort, and he was greeted by General Bhakt Khan and all his soldiers that, okay, Bahadur Shah, we declare you as an emperor. You just stand as an emperor. We will fight for you and we'll get freedom from the East India Company. We'll attack East India Company and we'll take the freedom. So now Bahadur Shah Zafar, even at that age, 90 years old, he agreed. He accepted that, and he told that, okay, I will be the ruler of this Delhi or India. And now under the leadership of Bhakt Khan, now these people are going to attack the Britishers. So just try to remember, everything is happening simultaneously at one go. In Delhi, General Buxar is attacking the East India Company forces. In Jhansi, Rani Lakshmibai is attacking the British forces. Okay, now here in Uttar Pradesh, there is a place called as Lucknow. In Lucknow, there is a Begum. Okay, there is a Begum Hazrat Mahal. She is also fighting for her son, but that the doctrine of lapse does not allow her to be the ruler. So Begum in Lucknow, she is fighting. Next in Bihar, there is a person called as Kunwar Singh. Okay, so till the end, he was an old man. He always defied, he always escaped from the Britishers, and he was also one of the heroes. So in different places, Bihar, Kunwar Singh, Uttar Pradesh, Begum, Delhi, General Buxar, Jhansi, we have Rani Lakshmibai. In so many places at the time, in 1857, the revolt was taking place. And this was the first revolt against the East India Company. For the first time, such a massive strike was happening and one go. Okay, so now the Britishers had a challenge. The Britishers sent many forces. They went and attacked different places. I'll tell you the first story of Jhansi, what is happening. There was, the fort. Jhansi Rani was inside the fort and she was surrounded by the British forces. Okay, and the British forces was led by Lieutenant General Hugh Groves. Okay, you can write down his name, a very important person, Hugh Groves. So now this Hugh Groves, he just challenged Rani Lakshmibai to surrender because already the British forces or the East India Company forces have surrounded the fort, and now she has no other option. Lakshmibai has no other option rather than surrendering. When this announcement was made, Rani Lakshmibai had a best friend. Her name is Jalkari Bai. So Jalkari Bai says that Rani Lakshmibai, I will go first. I will dress like you. I will go first. So she goes first. There was a fight, and Rani Lakshmibai escaped from that fort. And the next day, Lieutenant Hugh Groves kills Rani Lakshmibai. Okay, so this was a brave fight by these two women. So Jalkari Bai is equally treated like Rani Lakshmibai. Okay, our history books will mention only Rani Lakshmibai. You should know Rani Jalkari Bai also. Okay, so this is the incident. Now, in Jhansi, this story is over. Here in Delhi, the British forces were successful in capturing, in attacking the General Buxar and all this army. So General Buxar and all these people were defeated, and Bahadur Shah Zafar, a 90-year-old man, was arrested. Okay, he was arrested. Now, when he was arrested and he was taken out from the fort, when he was taken to the jail, at that time he had two grandsons. They came running, hardly 5-6 years old. They came running and they wanted to hug the grandpa for the one last time. So the British officers, they saw, oh, these are the two grandsons. So they saw potential threat in future also. Okay, because the two grandsons may grow one day and they will attack which empire now? East India Company, right? So in front of Bahadur Shah Zafar, the British officers, they caught hold of the two youngsters, two children, and they tied their hands and legs. They removed the eyes. They killed these two kids, and with that, there was a full stop on the Mughal emperor generation. I have told you, Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb. Then some kings are there, and the last one is what? Bahadur Shah Zafar. Bahadur Shah Zafar. After Bahadur Shah Zafar, if those two kids were alive, they would have become the Mughal emperor ka generation. But what the Britishers they did, they killed these two people, and there was full stop in the empire. Okay, in the next generation of the Mughal empire. So now the question asked in your examination: who was the last Mughal empire? Bahadur Shah Zafar. You try to tell the full name because there are two Bahadur Shah. Bahadur Shah Zafar. Do you understand? Fine. This is one question. Now next, when Bahadur Shah Zafar was arrested, he was exiled. He was exiled to Burma. So what does it mean? He was sent to Burma. He was sent to Burma. Okay. So why I'm using this word? Because few classes before the last examination, I had told the story of Bahadur Shah. He was arrested and sent to Burma. I used this word. He was arrested and sent to Burma. Okay, now students are telling, yes, they are answering my question in the classroom. But in exam, the question came. Who among the following were exiled to Burma? An option they gave, who is that? Mangal Pandey, Bahadur Shah Zafar, General Buxar, like this they gave option. Students, they came out of the exam hall and they are telling, sir, I don't understand the meaning of exile. So what is happening? You know the story, you have read it, you have understood it, but somewhere because of the word meaning, you are not able to answer it. So what is the meaning of exile? To be stayed. Once again, in the same class, today's class, I will be talking about one more famous leader who was exiled to some other place. Okay, so that time I'll ask you what is the meaning of exile. Okay, let me see whether you say it or not. Okay, so tell me who was the person exiled? Yes. So when this incident was taking place, there was a person called as, his name is Lord Canning. What is the answer?
Lord Canning.
So Lord Canning was the governor. Lord Canning was the governor during 1857 revolt. Favorite question in your examination. During 1857 revolt, who was the governor? What is the answer?
Lord Canning.
Yes, Lord Canning was the governor. Do you all understand? I'll tell you that. Just listen to this. So Lord Canning was the governor. Do you all understand? Fine. So when this fight was going on, the company faced some losses. The company could not make profit. So what the company did, they started asking time. They started bargaining time from the king and the queen. So the queen got doubts. What is the issue that this year there is no tax? So the company reported that there is a fight between the kings and the queens in India. So now the queen is getting upset. She says that I send you to do business. You got permission to do what? Business. Which company I'm talking about?
East India Company.
So East India Company came here to do business. But who asked you to create all this issue? So from today, I will take control of India. Now, okay, so now the queen says, okay, the queen says, from today, you don't have powers. I will control India. So now what happens? Indians, look at the situation of Indians. Indians, they got the news that from today, East India Company will not rule. Queen is directly going to rule. So Indians were happy. They thank God. They said that, wow. So now Queen means she will treat us like a mother. Okay, so now we will be in a very safe hands. So this is happening in the year 1858. So in 1858, we call it as Queen's Proclamation. We call it as what? Queen's Proclamation. Got it? So now this queen says that she promises that dear Indians, the citizens or the subjects, the people of India, I will not interfere in your religious matters. I will not interfere in your language or cultural matters. I will take care of you. So now Indians are very happy. Okay, so this method was already called as carrot and stick method because this happens in every home. Carrot and stick. कि हाँ अभी कुछ चाहिए तो मम्मी बोलती है तुम ये करो, I'll give you chocolate. After doing the task, you don't get it. So like that. Now in this year 1858, Queen says that, dear Indians, I am going to stop all this governor वगैरह सब stop. Because of governor only all problem happened. Lord Dalhousie, Lord Canning, right? इनकी वजह से problem हुआ. So I am going to stop all these things. I am going to appoint a new person. His name will be Viceroy. The rank will be what? Viceroy. And Queen declares Lord Canning as the Viceroy. Queen declares what? Now people are happy. देखो अभी governor चला गया, Viceroy आ गया. But आदमी कौन है? Same. You understand? So that is why the question in your exam, who is the first Viceroy? Answer is Lord Canning. In which year? 1858. Okay. So this is called as first revolt of independence. So 1857 revolt is called as what? First revolt of independence. And recently there is a talk going on. The government want to change this first revolt of independence to a rebellion called as Paika rebellion. Paika rebellion took place in Orissa. Okay, Paika rebellion took place in Orissa. So do you all understand? So I told you modern history is further divided into three sections. I divided into three sections. So first section we are completely finished. From 1757 to 1857. So shall we revise that now? Yeah. Take out your notes and just keep answering. You come here for meditation. Sit down, chair and play. Then. Okay. Which battle was fought between Robert Clive and Siraj-ud-Dawla? Battle of Plassey. What happened in that Battle of Plassey? Very good. Siraj-ud-Dawla was defeated. And which place it took place? Very good. Mango Grove. Okay, fine. After Siraj-ud-Dawla, who was the ruler of Bengal? Mir Jafar. After Mir Jafar, who was the ruler? Mir Qasim. Okay. After okay. In 1764, which battle took place?
Battle of
Battle of Buxar. Very good. Next, after that, we have seen 1773. A person was appointed as the Governor General of Bengal. Who is the first Governor of Bengal? Governor General of Bengal. Okay. Then who was appointed as Governor General of India? Lord William. Okay. I have given you some list of some laws, right? Okay. Who is called as Father of Liberator of Press? Lord Metcalfe. Father of local self-government? Lord Ripon. Okay, father of English education system in India. Okay, who introduced permanent settlement? Lord Cornwallis. Okay, who introduced doctrine of lapse? Lord. Okay, so there are many other people. Lord Wellesley, right? Lord William Penty. We have seen that, right? 1806. There was an incident. In which place it took place? Vellore Mutiny. Vellore is in what place here? Tamil Nadu. Okay, Vellore Mutiny. Okay, fine. So next, after 1806, we have directly seen 1848. Correct? So 1848, who was the Lord? Who was the Lord Dalhousie. What did he introduce? Now, which was the first place in India to be annexed by Dr. Satara. What is the answer? Satara. Okay. And what was the last place? Write down. Awadh. Awadh. You can say Awadh or AWADH. AWADH. Awadh or Awadh. That was the last place to be annexed. Second last was Jhansi. Okay. मैं अपनी जान से नहीं दूंगी. Who said this? Rani Lakshmibai. Okay. Which Indian sepoy he belonged to Barakpur regiment and he killed his senior officer? Mangal. Okay. Next, after that we have seen 9th of May 1857. What happens? Yes, the first revolt of independence under the leadership of General Buxar, who was the last Mughal emperor. Okay. Which person was exiled to Burma? Bahadur Shah. Very good. So you have remembered all these things? Okay, fine. Now let us try to analyze. This is the story. Okay, anyone can see this or remember this. But now analyzing, your all examination questions are like statement wise or analyzing. Why did the revolt fail? First of all, why did the revolt fail? Because Indians don't have unity. Rani Lakshmibai was fighting for her kingdom. General Buxar was fighting for his own, right? So now someone was fighting for the pension, someone was fighting for promotion. Okay, so there was no unity. Second, the British forces had good command, coordination. We didn't have any coordination. Okay, have you ever come across a situation that Rani Lakshmibai had understanding with General Buxar and they had a meeting and they decided to attack? No. So there was no unity of command. Okay, next, the British forces had the weapons were sophisticated. They had a big gun. Okay, so they can easily kill enemy at any site. But Indians were still with the swords. Okay, swords and bows and arrows. Like that was a situation. So these are all the reasons. So there was no unity, but still it was a very good start. So who was the first viceroy? Very good. Lord Canning was the first viceroy. So now, after this 1857 revolt, okay, so India was like almost, if you see, Siraj-ud-Dawla is gone, Tipu Sultan is gone, big kings are like almost eliminated. Okay, so now there is no rulers, no big king or the prince who can attack the Britishers. But now there was a problem on the tribal areas. In the places like Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, some tribes were always creating problem. So what they did, we'll check that in the third section of the Indian history. So moving ahead, slowly what happens in 1850s, later 1850s, some of the Indians, they were in England preparing for some higher studies. They were trying for law degree or something like that, some profession. So some educated Indians, they saw the plight of Indians. They thought like, we have to do something for the India country or the Indian people. So they started starting a political party, something like that. So they didn't get any idea. So here there was a person called as Alan Octavian Hume. Write down this name. Very important. Allen Octavian Hume. Allen Octavian Hume was a retired civil servant. He gave the idea for the formation of Indian National Congress. He gave the idea for the formation of Indian National Congress. Indian National Congress was formed in a place called as Bombay in the year 1885. And during the formation of Indian National Congress, there was a person called as Lord Dufferin as the chief, as the Viceroy or Governor General of India. Got it? Next, the first president of Indian National Congress is Vyome Chandra Banerjee. Vyome Chandra Banerjee. Second was also the same. Third was Dadabhai Naoroji. Okay. Then the first female president of Indian National Congress is Dr. Annie Besant. Dr. Annie Besant. Are you guys writing quickly?
Yes, sir.
Next, the first Indian female president of Indian National Congress is Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu. These are all expected questions. That's why I'm writing on the board. Okay. Next, the first Muslim president of Indian National Congress is Badruddin Tyabji. Badruddin Tyabji. Okay, next. Mahatma Gandhi was the president of Indian National Congress in Belgaum session. Belgaum is in Karnataka. Okay, next. 1905, Bengal split took place, and 1907, Congress split. Fine. Now we'll try to see this in detail. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now these are all the facts, information available in Google or your textbooks and all. But the exams are little, different. They will ask a different kind of question. Look at this. After 1857 revolt, some of the Indians, they were educated Indians. They wanted to do something for Indians. So they were looking for some platform. They were looking for something. So at that time, there was one retired IAS officer, or you can say civil servant, Allen Octavian Hume from India. He told that he united all Indians. He told that, okay, chalo, sab log aa jao. Why can't you start a political party? If you start a political party, you can directly demand to the viceroy, a governor, or directly demand to the queen. Correct? You can directly do like this. So why can't you do that? So Allen Octavian idea. You understand? So that is the reason. Vyome Chandra Banerjee, Dadabhai Naoroji. Okay, then you have Firoz Shah Mehta, Gopal Krishna Gokhale. All educated people, they are coming together and they decide what to do. And it was in the month of December, Bombay. Okay, in the month of December, 26th of December, 1885, people decided to start Indian National Congress. Okay, we decided to start Indian National Congress. So expected questions are here. Who was the Lord? Okay, Lord Dufferin, like that. So their main goal was to fight against the Lord. Okay, whatever laws they are making, like that. Now, this Indian National Congress, I will divide this into two sections from 1885 to 1907 and 1907 and further. Okay, so look at this. From 1885 to 1907, they were using 3 P's. This technique they were using: prayer, petition, protest. What is this?
Prayer, petition, protest.
Prayer, petition, protest. Imagine if the government want to bring some changes, okay, and that changes is not good. People are not happy. So what the Indian National Congress people will do? They will go and they will do prayer. That means they will do request to the government. Please don't do this. We will suffer. The common people are suffering. Okay, something like that. So prayer. If the prayer are not answered, then they will do protest. Sorry, then they will petition. Petition in court, Supreme Court. So even if the court does not agree, then they will go for protest. So prayer, petition, protest. This was the technique used by the beginners of Indian National Congress. That is why these people are called as moderates. They are called as what?
Moderates.
Moderate means the person, those who will do this PPP, prayer, petition, and protest. They did not believe in violence. Okay, slowly we are going to see some extremists, the violent leaders inside this INC now. So do you all understand this now? Yeah. So this is the situation that Indian National Congress was started. Slowly what happened? Okay, the demand for the freedom or independence started increasing, and a lot of problems started coming here from two regions. One was from Punjab and another was from Bengal. And remember, Bengal consists of Bangladesh, even Assam, okay, all these places. So this was a very big provinces, and the people here in Bengal, they used to fight with, the British officers, and there were a lot of problems, assassination, killing, murder of officers like that. So this is happening in the year 1905. There was a lord, his name is Lord Curzon. What is his name? Lord Curzon was ruling India. He was the governor of India. So that time he decided, I have to divide this Bengal into two. Okay, so look at this. This Bengal was about to be divided into two. The Britishers said, convinced Indians that I'm going to divide this into two. The Bengal will be divided into East Bengal and West Bengal for administrative purpose. For what purpose? Administrative. That means it is very difficult to handle the day-to-day administration. Okay, police, municipality, whatever it is. Okay, it's very difficult. So law and order, everything should be maintained. So I'm going to divide this into East Bengal and West Bengal. The idea was fine. But the real motive behind this was the East Bengal consists of majority Muslims and the West Bengal consists majorities of Hindus. So divide and rule policy, Lord Curzon and the Britishers, they wanted to divide India into Muslims and Hindus. So this is East Bengal and this is West Bengal. So the thing which started in 1905, okay, the split which happened in 1905, it got over in 1971. I think you have seen Sam Bahadur movie. Because of him, East Bengal, okay, or East Pakistan got independence, and today this is called as what? Bangladesh. You understand? So look at this now. People were not happy with this. So Indian National Congress members, they started going and demanding for justice. I told you 3 P's: prayer, petition, protest. All 3 were not successful. It got defeated. And now what happened? The government went ahead with this, and 1905, Bengal was split. When Bengal was divided, here in North India, people were sad. Okay, you Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, people were sad that my brothers have been partitioned. I cannot have free state like that. So all people, they started coming on the street. They started taking holy dip in rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, and all other rivers. And they started singing a song that is Vande Mataram. What is that song here? Yes. Vande Mataram song was sung by the people during that protest. Vande Mataram song was written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. From which book? Ananda. Okay, from which book? Ananda Math. So from Ananda Math, this poem is taken. It is written in Sanskrit language. And Ananda Math was written he was influenced by a revolt called as Sannyasi revolt. Okay, Sannyasi revolt. So these are all the things. So people started singing this song, and now why they started singing this song? Because Indian National Congress, they had a prayer song. That prayer song was Vande Mataram. Okay, so this is the situation. So here the Congress failed to stop it. The Congress could not stop this Bengal partition, and they went ahead. So some of the supporters of Indian National Congress, they were unhappy with the rules, with the method which they are fighting against the Britishers. So now here, Firoz Shah Mehta, Chandra Banerjee, Dadabhai Nauroji. So there were all these leaders, those who were called as moderates. They were called as what? Moderates. Now let us try to understand who is this guy Dadabhai Nauroji. Dadabhai Nauroji, he is called as the grand old man of India. Very favorite question. Who is called as the grand old man of India? Just keep writing. Grand old man of India is Dadabhai Nauroji. Got it? Grand old man of India is Dadabhai Nauroji. He has written a book. The book name is Poverty and Un-British Rule. Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. Many times they have asked this question, who is the author of the book Poverty and Un-British Rule? The answer is Dadabhai Nauroji. Got it? Okay. So now he is also considered as the person who gave economic drain theory. What is that? Economic drain theory. You can just write on this also because you may forget it. Economic drain theory. Economic drain theory. So according to Dadabhai Nauroji, the Britishers, they take raw materials from India, they send it to England, okay, or Europe, and the finished goods are coming into India and it becomes very costly. So this is draining our economy. So this was for the first time put forward by whom? Dadabhai Nauroji. So he is a very old man where people will respect his ideas and something like that. So what happened here? Look at this. 1905, there was a problem, that is Bengal split. The Indian National Congress could not stop it. Okay. Years goes on and now there is a rule. In Indian National Congress, there is a rule. Imagine. Okay. This is Bombay province, this is Madras province, and this is Bengal province. Okay, Bengal province. And every year there will be an election. Who will be the president of Indian National Congress? There will be an election among the party. The rule is, if the meeting is happening in Madras, if the Indian National Congress, if the election meeting is happening in Madras, a South Indian should not stand, or the person belonging to Madras province should not stand for the presidentship of the Indian National Congress. You understand? This is the rule. So now, suppose if the Indian National Congress, they are here in Kolkata or this place, and the president election is going on, a person belonging to Bengal province should not stand for election. That is a rule. Okay. So now what happened? This is happening in the year 1907. In 1907, the Indian National Congress decided there will be a president election in Bengal. In which area? Bengal. So definitely a Bengali, the person belonging to the Bengal province cannot stand for the election. Cannot stand for the election. So now a person from the Bombay and the person from the Madras can stand. So here there was high chance of Lokmanya Tilak coming into the picture, Balagangadhar Tilak, or the other extremists. But what happened? The leaders, like moderate leaders, they were not happy with this. They were not happy with this. So in the last moment, the meeting was shifted from Kolkata to Surat. It was shifted to which place? Surat. So in 1907, the meeting was shifted to Surat. Got it? And now the meeting started. Now look at a turning point in the history of Indian National Congress. There was a meeting here. There was a stage. On one side, there were supporters. On the other side, there were opposers. So on the stage, there were some leaders, moderate leaders. We had Dadabhai Nauroji, Firoz Shah Mehta, all these leaders were there. And now Firoz Shah Mehta is going and he started his speech. He took his mic and he started his speech. Suddenly, someone from the crowd, they threw chappal on him. Okay, they threw chappal on him and it fell on him and he was insulted. So the supporters of Firoz Shah Mehta, they got angry and there was a fight among all these people. So all these supporters, Indian National Congress members, they started fighting with each other and there was a problem. There was no confidence in the leadership of the Indian National Congress. So now in this meeting, in 1907 Surat meeting, it was decided that from today, there will be two Congress. One will be called as moderates, another will be called as extremists. Okay, so there are two things here right now, moderates and extremists. So Indian National Congress got divided into two. What are those here? Moderates and extremists. Okay, so got the point here? Moderates and extremists. So now the moderates are the same old leaders, those who believe in prayer, petition, and protest. And extremists are the leaders, those who believe in violence. They don't believe in, what we say, non-violence way. They demand justice with a violent way, burning or attacking the officers like that. So this is what is happening in 1907. Now, when there was no unity among Congress, when Congress got split up into two, some of the Indian leaders, they were vulnerable by the police. Police were ready to arrest them at any cost. So what happens? In the year 1878, the government has passed an act called as Vernacular Press Act. What is this act? Okay, just write down 1878 Vernacular Press Act. Vernacular Press Act 1878. This act was passed, and according to this act, if any leader, okay, if any person who is publishing newspapers and if he is doing something against the government, if he publishes something against the government, he or she will be arrested. The press will be under seize. Okay, confiscated. All the machines will be confiscated. Everything will be, under the government control. So when this incident happens in 1907, Balagangadhar Tilak was arrested by the Britishers. Balagangadhar Tilak was arrested and he was sent to jail in Andaman and Nicobar. Which place? So he was exiled to Andaman and Nicobar. So tell me one king who was exiled during 1857. Bahadur Shah Zafar. And who is exiled now here? Balagangadhar. Okay, now who is Balagangadhar Tilak? That will seen in the extremist way. Okay, so let us first try to go with the Congress. Let us go with the flow. What is the achievements of the Congress? Okay, so this is what is happening in the 1907, 1908, those years. Okay, fine. So now, after some years, what happens? Let us go with some other achievements of India during this year. This is 1913. Okay, let us take 1911 first. In 1911, the Britishers were so powerful, they had too much of money. They decided we are going to shift the capital. So the capital was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi. In which year? 1911. 1911. So they shifted the capital and they shifted the Supreme Court also. You understand? So two things got shifted. What is that? Capital. Yeah, Supreme Court and capital. Okay, so which year it is? 1911. Now this is happening in the year 1913. 1913, one of an Indian, a poet, a very famous poet, he gets Nobel Prize. And he is the first Indian to get Nobel Prize. And he is the first Asian to get Nobel Prize. You understand? So he is Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. What is that? Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, so he got Nobel Prize for what? Literature. For which book? For a book that is Gitanjali. So there is a famous poem in a book called as Gitanjali, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where the words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. So this is the poem, okay, which is famous here in Gitanjali, written by whom? Rabindranath Tagore. And this is the poem which I have mentioned in our book. Actually, I have given you this book, right? Yeah, in the first page of this book, I have mentioned it here. You understand? Where the mind is without fear, fine. So this is one of the motivational poem for people, those who try something big in their life. Got it? Fine. Then there is one more poem written by Rabindranath Tagore, that is Ekla Chalo. Okay, walk alone. If you walk alone, Ekla Chalo. It's very good poem, translated by the Prime Minister of India, former Prime Minister, that is Indira Gandhi. Okay, fine. So these are all the stories here. Now, 1913 is the incident. Now let us little bit go back in 1869. In 1869, there is a small place near the coast of Gujarat, that is Porbandar. A boy was born. His name is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. What is his name? Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Just like any other Indian, he grows up in a good school. He goes to good college. But then when he wants to do some higher studies, he was told by some of his friends, father's friends, that let him do law so that he will get good job. Okay, so he started pursuing his career in law. So he went to England and so many places, and once again he come back to India. Okay, so he was trying for a job. That time he got an information in a newspaper that the person who can speak Gujarati and English, he can come to South Africa to fight a case of rupees 25,000. So there was a company in South Africa. Imagine this is Africa continent here. So here this is South Africa. Many Indians had settled there. Many Gujarati businessmen had settled in South Africa. So there was a company owned by a Gujarati. The government of South Africa, there also Britishers were there. The same queen, okay, the same queen is ruling this South Africa, and the same here in India. So they had put a fine of 25,000. It is like worth in crores those days. So now the person required a lawyer who can fight it. So there was a advertisement in India. So luckily what happened, Gandhiji saw that advertisement and he packed his bag and he went to South Africa. So when he went to South Africa, you know the story. He was pushed from a train. He fell down on the platform. Then he decided to fight. All these things, stories. 20 years he was in South Africa. How many years?
20 years.
He stayed in South Africa. He fought his case. He won that case. Okay, so here itself he became a hero. In South Africa itself he becomes a hero. And after his case got over, when he was just about to return to India, he got an article in newspaper that the government of South Africa is going to make something mandatory. What is that? Every Indians or the people, those who are non-natives here, they should have ID card every time. You go to a tea shop, you cannot walk on the footpath, you cannot eat in a restaurant, but you should have what? ID card. Now, for example, we have Aadhaar card, right? Now I say that if you want to walk on road, you should have Aadhaar card. If you want to go in bus, you should have Aadhaar card. If you want to drink tea or coffee, you should have Aadhaar card. So if this rule is there, the freedom of right is gone, right? Free speech and expression is gone. So Gandhiji decided to fight that case. Okay, in South Africa, he decided to fight that case. So he decided that let us have a fight that is in a non-violent way, in a satyagraha way. So he calls all the Indians, he calls many Indians, and he says that tomorrow we are going to burn these passes, the ID card. Okay, imagine I'm going to burn the ID card given by the government. Government is making compulsory, but I will burn it. So now the next day he came forward, he burned the passes, he was punished there, but he told the Indians there not to attack any of the Britishers. You understand? So his victory started here itself. Gandhiji, when he was in his young age, when he was pursuing his degree, that time he read a book by Leo Tolstoy. Write down this. Leo Tolstoy. Leo Tolstoy is a Russian soldier. He has written a book called as War and Peace. What is the book name?
War and Peace.
War and Peace. Gandhiji read this book, War and Peace, and then he got motivated to fight in a non-violent way. Okay, don't think that it was Mahabharata or Ramayana. It's wrong. It is War and Peace. Leo Tolstoy is a Russian author. He was a soldier, Russian soldier. So he has written a book, War and Peace. Gandhiji got inspired by this book. Okay, he started taking his struggles in that satyagraha way or non-violent way. And in South Africa, he has set up a farm. And that farm is called as Tolstoy Farm. What is that? Tolstoy Farm. So this Tolstoy Farm, okay, was named after Leo Tolstoy. Okay, so here in South Africa itself, he started publishing newspapers. He started getting justice. Okay, so he was fighting against the British Empire. So already he was a hero here. So after his struggle, when he, his information, whatever achievement is done in South Africa, it has been shared in India, in newspapers. There is a man in South Africa, a lawyer, he is fighting against the British, he has won this case, that case. So already he becomes a big shot in South Africa. After 20 years, he comes to India. So the date when he comes to India is 9th of Jan 1915. Remember this date. 9th of January 1915. Gandhiji comes back from South Africa to which place here?
India.
To India. Got it? So 9th of Jan 1915, Gandhiji comes back to India, and now he's landing in Mumbai, and he got a rousing welcome. And remember this current affairs GK, every year, I think every twice year, 9th of January, we celebrate Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. Write down. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. In national days, this is one list. On which day do we celebrate Pravasi Bharatiya Divas? Answer is 9th of January. Okay, so sometimes they will ask you themes, sometimes they will ask you the days, what is the importance. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, it is also called as NRI Day. It is also called as NRI Day. Sometimes in exam they will ask you who is considered as the greatest Pravasi. The answer is Mahatma Gandhi. Got it? So 9th of January 1950. So when Gandhiji came back to India, he was 46 years old. He was 46 years old when he comes to India. Okay, after his long struggle in South Africa. Now when he comes, many political parties are ready. They are calling him for freedom fight. For example, Indian National Congress, they are telling Gandhiji, come and join my party. We are fighting against the British rule. So there are other political parties also, they are calling Gandhi. But Gandhi says that, no, I'm not going to join any political party. I first want to check how the Indians are. What is their behavior? How is their mentality? So from the year 1915 till the year 1917, Gandhiji was touring all over India. He was going all over India, interacting with the people, interacting with the common man. He was checking how the people are, what is the sufferings, like that. So this is what is happening, 1915 to 1917. There is one incident in his life which changes his attitude towards the Indian people. This happens in a place called as Madurai. Gandhiji was in Madurai and he was about to give a speech to a college gathering, college students gathering. So he was giving a speech that all Indians should wear Indian dress. We have to change ourselves first Indian and then we have to jump in and fight against the British. Suddenly, some students from the crowd, they asked one question. If you are telling we should change like an Indian, why you are wearing Western clothes? So then he realized, yes, first I should change myself. This is one incident. On the other side, there is another incident which motivated Gandhiji to change this attire. That is like one day morning, Gandhiji got up, he opened the window and there was one river called as Vaigai River which flows in Madurai. He saw one old lady, she was just, having one sari. She took the top part of the sari, dipped inside the river and she was washing it and she dried it for 5 minutes. The upper part of the cloth get dried. Then she wraps that lower and the lower part is removed. Now she dips it, she washes it, she dries it, she wears the cloth and she walks. Gandhiji realized this lady has only one cloth, one sari. That is why she is doing like this. When he was thinking like this, in front of him there was one farmer, a poor farmer, having only langot. Langot, have you seen? The breastless will have langot, right? So with that he is coming in a scorching heat. There is no cap, nothing, just a cloth on his head and he's walking bare body. Gandhiji was shocked. He realized he has been in London, he has been in South Africa, so many places. Gandhiji realized this is the situation of a common man. First, I have to change myself into Indian. So he decided to change his dress. From that day, Gandhiji changed his attire. Yes, he wore khadi clothes. Okay, he shaved his head. Okay, and he says that now I will be like this one. There was a question asked in your examination. Where did Gandhiji, in which place Gandhiji decided to change his attire? The options were Champaran, Ahmedabad, Kheda, South India. Okay. What is the answer? Did I mention South India? No. But what I have mentioned? Madurai. I have mentioned what? Madurai. Now you have to be a little smart. Everything will not be, given. The examination will be a little smart. Instead of South India, they will ask you Madurai or something like that. Okay, you have to be smart. Where is Madurai in Tamil Nadu? So it is definitely in South India. Okay, so this is happening here. Okay, now Gandhiji, he keeps traveling. So from Gujarat, Sabarmati Ashram, he keeps traveling all over India. Then he goes here. Once he was in a place called as Bihar. And in Bihar, he was just taking rest. And when he was taking rest, suddenly, and in that afternoon, one old man is coming without chappal, with very far distance, is tired, dead tired. He comes and asks, who is Gandhi here? I want to meet Gandhiji. So that old man name is Rajkumar Shukla. What is his name? Rajkumar Shukla is coming and is telling, dear Gandhi, I need your help. I have heard about your legacy, your stories that you win the cases. You come to our village. and see the pathetic situation of our farmers, okay, and do something for them. So Gandhiji decided next day to go to a place called as Champaran. What is that? Okay, look at this now. When Gandhiji was going to do some things, there is a person called as Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore who got Nobel Prize. He's watching who is this man. He's watching Mahatma Gandhi, what he's doing in India. Okay, look at this. So Gandhiji goes to Champaran. On the way to Champaran, Gandhiji is stopped by policemen. Policemen are telling Gandhi, if you go inside this village, you will be arrested. So Gandhi says that, okay, arrest me. I'm going to go inside, arrest me. So police are telling, are you true? Are you right? I'm going to arrest you. So Gandhi says, okay, bring the arrest warrant and take me to the jail. Now policemen say, wait, I'll go and bring arrest warrant. They go back. So Gandhiji is such a bold man. He goes inside Champaran. He was shocked to see, okay, people are not eating food. They are almost about to die. Then he asked, what is the situation? What created all this problem? So there is a system called as Tin Khatiya system. Write it down. There is a system called as Tin Khatiya system. So imagine here there is a land. There is a farmland. Okay. So if I divide this into 4, okay, the three parts will be under the control of the government. And they will say what to produce, what not to produce. And only one part will be under the part of the people. Okay, the owner of the land. You understand? So now this is called as Tin Khatiya system. And under this Tin Khatiya system, a lot of farmers were having losses. So the farmers, they requested, we have to stop this practice of Tin Khatiya system. So Gandhiji, can you do something? Gandhiji told, okay, I'll take action. So he was trying to, do some action. So because of Gandhiji's suggestions and requests, okay, the government told Tin Khatiya system will be abolished. So Gandhiji tasted his first victory in Champaran. He tasted his first victory in what? Champaran. Okay. Second, let us try to understand the second incident. After the Champaran Bihar incident, Gandhiji was returning to Gujarat. He was returning to Gujarat here. So in Gujarat, there is a place called as Ahmedabad. Okay, you might have heard about a place called as Ahmedabad. So there is Ahmedabad. In Ahmedabad, there is a mill strike. Okay, mill means an industry. Okay, where this cloth and everything is manufactured. So what happened here? In that mill, some workers, they were demanding for bonus. Okay, because recently the Gujarat have seen some disease like plague and all those things. So many workers, they have lost their young loved ones. Their relatives, they died. Okay, something like that. So what has happened? The workers, they demanded for bonus of 35%. Whatever is their salary, they want 35% increase as a bonus. The mill workers, they told that no, this time no bonus, we are at losses. So the owners were not ready to pay the bonus, but the mill workers, they were demanding it. When the workers, they realized that Gandhiji was coming to Ahmedabad, so all the workers, they went talked to Gandhiji. They told Gandhi, can you help me in solving this issue? Okay, can you help in getting 35% bonus? So Gandhiji says, okay, I'll tell you one idea. Daily you go and don't enter the industry. You sit in front of the industry. Imagine this is the road, this is the industry. Go and sit in front of the road. What will happen if the workers are not working in industry? Yes, there will be losses for which people here, the industry owners, right? You do it for some days. They will come down and they'll talk to you. So workers, they agreed for this. So workers, they started doing that. Gandhiji had second victory in which place? Ahmedabad. Okay. Third, after this, in Gujarat, there is a place called as Kheda. Okay. So due to bad weather, no rain and all these things, agriculture had no produce. So the farmers, they were not able to pay the taxes. Okay. So that time what happened? The farmers requested to Gandhiji, can you request the government to stop this taxes? So Gandhiji told, don't pay the tax. Okay, don't pay the tax, the government will come to know. So Kheda was also a third success. So this was the 3 hat-trick Gandhiji had here without even using a weapon. He did not use weapon, he did not threaten, he did not do anything. So Gandhiji had 3 victories. What are these 3 victories? Champaran and Kheda. Kheda is a village in Gujarat. So after these 3 victories, I told you one person, Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, was watching. Yes, Gandhiji. He was happy and Gurudev gave a title, Mahatma He gave a title Mahatma to Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So from here onward, we will call him Mahatma Gandhi. You understand? Okay, so this is the entry of Mahatma Gandhi. After this, only what Gandhiji did for India's freedom struggle, we have civil disobedience movement, non-cooperation movement, World War I, World War II, okay, salt satyagraha, different agreements. Then we have another part of called as social reforms, education reforms. All these things are there. Do you understand now here? Okay, so who gave the title Mahatma to Mahatma Gandhi? Rabindranath Tagore. And remember, the first Mahatma of India is Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. Okay, Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. Okay, he's the first Mahatma, and we have Mahatma Gandhi, one more. Then we have another few Mahatmas in history. Okay, but these two people are famous. Got it now? Okay, so we have left by 1857. So we'll revise from 1857 now. Okay, tell me, who was the first viceroy? Very good, Lord Canning. Okay, who gave the idea for the formation of Indian National Congress? Allen Octavian Hugh. Okay, Allen Octavian Hugh. Okay, who was the first president of Indian National Congress? See, the books will mention W.C. Banerjee. What the books will mention? But I am giving you Gomesh Chandra Banerjee. Why? Because today, if you learn, if I give you W.C. Banerjee, day after tomorrow, you will remember only C. Banerjee. Okay, 1 week you will just remember Banerjee. Okay, then one day you will get confused. You will say it is Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Okay, all this history mein confused ho jata hai. Okay, so that's why full name. Okay, W.C. Banerjee. Okay, who is the first female president of Indian National Congress? Dr. Annie. Okay, next, who is the first female Indian? Okay, Sarojini. Gandhiji was the president of Indian National Congress in which session? Belgaum session. Very good. Okay, what happens in 1805? Sorry, 1905. Bengal split. Who was the Lord? That's very good. Okay, 1907. What happens? It got divided into moderates and extremists. Who was exiled to Andaman and Nicobar? Yes, Lokmanya Tilak or Bal. Okay, which year the capital was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi? 1911. Okay, on which date and which year Gandhiji came back to India? 12 January. Very good. Okay, next. 3 satyagrahas by Gandhiji in India. Remember this also. Champaran first, Ahmedabad first, Kheda first. Don't mix up. Pehle Kheda dal diya, last mein Champaran dal diya. Don't do that. Okay, who was that old man who came to Champaran, Bihar? Rajkumar Shukla. Okay, next, where did Gandhiji decided to change his attire? Madurai, Tamil Nadu, South India. Remember all these things. Okay, I mean next exam if they give Tamil Nadu, don't panic. Just go with Tamil Nadu. Okay, fine. So these are some things that we have seen it. Okay, and autobiography of Gandhiji is My Experiment with. Okay, these are some things that you should remember. So after break, we'll continue the rest part of history. Got it? Chalo, you can take break.